What's up, bud? It's Rob. This is Apparel Success, and in this video right now, what I want to talk to you about is how to scale up your clothing brand using Facebook ads. One thing that we've discovered for my own clothing brand, K-But Apparel, is that we've been able to generate close to $200,000 worth of revenue from just using guerrilla marketing strategies alone. And guerrilla marketing strategies are where you're not spending money to market your clothing brand. Our marketing budget has been very, very small. And what I want to talk to you about here is how we plan on actually including more financial risk in how we're going about marketing our clothing brand so that our marketing expenses increase, but also the amount of revenue that we get increases at the same rate, okay? So that's what I want to talk to you about here. This is going to be a great video for you and your clothing brand. Here it is. This video here is sponsored by my buds over at BrandCrowd, and BrandCrowd has a tool called the Logo Maker tool, which is where they have a huge library of already professionally made logos that are fully customizable. So you can add your own fonts, your own layout to it, and all this is free to try. Once you decide that you actually like the logo, then you can decide to purchase it, remove it from the marketplace so that the logo is entirely yours. If you're interested, follow the link in the description below because it'll give you up to 35% off at checkout. All right, so if you've been following this channel for a while now, you probably already know that the core marketing strategy that we use to market K-But Apparel over the first 3 years of running our business has been directly engaging with our target market on Instagram through liking, commenting, following, and just manually working Instagram. That's really been what's at the core of marketing our clothing brand. The reason for this is because when you first start up a business, when you first start up your clothing brand, you don't have a huge marketing budget. So you're constantly looking for solutions. And so this is what we came up with. We came up with a system of marketing our clothing brand on Instagram without having to spend a lot of money. Now, this strategy that we used of manually marketing our clothing brand on Instagram worked up to a certain point, and it got the clothing brand to a point where we've made close to $200,000 in revenue. And we've done very well. We've built up a base of customers. We have an email list that's fairly big. And what we need to do now is we need to actually scale this business upwards, okay? So even though that was our main marketing strategy, it doesn't mean that we weren't spending some money on Facebook and Instagram ads. And actually what we discovered yesterday, funny enough, is that in the entirety of running K-But Apparel, the 3 years that we were running K-But Apparel, we only spent $10,000 on Facebook ads. Okay, and in that $10,000 that we spent on Facebook ads, it actually brought back, of all the ads we've ever put out, $34,000 worth in purchase return. Okay, so the amount of money that people have actually spent on our website directly from that $10,000 worth of ads. So the $10,000 worth of ads turned into $34,000 worth of revenue. And really what's held me back from growing K-But to the point where I'm really truly growing it into something massive and big is that financial risk factor, okay? We've always been sort of low on the money spending side, and up until this point, we have $20,000 in a line of credit and $15,000 on a business visa. And what I'm going to be doing now, moving forward, is actually starting to scale up the Facebook ads that we're using so that we can continuously actually add to our marketing expenses while at the same time bringing back more revenue. So here's what's crazy about all this. The work that we put in initially without spending any money was actually necessary in order to create our first successful Facebook ad campaign. And the reason for that is because when we were working Instagram manually, we were driving website traffic. We were driving traffic to our Instagram account, and on Facebook, you can retarget people who have been to your website, people who have been to your Instagram account, and get way more specific with that. And if we hadn't driven that traffic to our website and to our Instagram account, we probably wouldn't have been able to get the same results that we are now when it comes to retargeting with Facebook ads, because our initial point of contact was all done manually without spending any money. And then when we retarget ads to them, it becomes much easier to convert. And so what we're doing now is if we've made, $34,000 of revenue from only $10,000 in ad expense, well, we should be able to technically scale that up to spending $50,000 on Facebook ads, and instead of making $34,000 in revenue, making $170,000 in revenue, okay? And the more that you do that, obviously, the more that you increase your Facebook ad expense, the more money that you should be making in revenue. Now, there's always going to be a financial risk involved when it comes to marketing. And that's just because you never know what the return on investment will be with certainty. Anytime that there's a level of uncertainty when it comes to marketing, which there always is, there will always be some financial risk involved. And that's why, you don't find any, A, B, C, D, E things on what to do when it comes to marketing and doing your Facebook ads, because there's really no exact science to it. There's always going to be people who see your ads who you think are going to actually, generate amazing amount of revenue that just don't want it for whatever personal reason that they have. And there's always going to be those factors that you just can't explain when it comes to marketing. But generally, if you see that your Facebook ads are doing well, you see that you've spent a certain amount of money on Facebook ads and it's generated this much more in revenue and you're very satisfied with that, then I suggest that you start to scale that upwards, because you'll be making your money back. And I think that that's the way to truly build something significant when it comes to running Facebook ads and building a successful clothing brand online. This is why I'm always hammering in that you should be working Instagram manually and putting in as much time as possible in that free space that exists on Instagram right now, where you don't need to spend any money. I know that a lot of you right now are in a place with your clothing brand where you do not even have a marketing budget. You're just trying to grow your clothing brand organically, with guerrilla marketing strategies. And I think that that's really the most effective guerrilla marketing strategy that there is to work Instagram. Because once you work Instagram enough, you've built up your account a bit, you've got your first bit of customers, well, then you can start to invest in Facebook ads. And those Facebook ads are going to be way more effective because you can retarget the people that have already been introduced to you on Instagram. And really, you're not going to have to sell to them, based on just putting an ad to people who have never heard about you before. So if you're in that 3-year slog right now and you're really just grinding it out, I feel for you. I've been there, and I'm really just exiting that phase right now and starting to scale up my business. It feels really good to know that I put in the work and that I've grown my brand as big as I really can from only using guerrilla marketing strategies. And now I think it's time for me to start doing things that are much more aligned, scaling up the business and generating some serious revenue. I really hope you like this video here, and if you haven't already, check out my free clothing brand marketing masterclass video. It's 100% free to watch. All you have to do to get access is go to www.apparelsuccess.com/masterclass. You can watch the whole thing for free. And if you've made it to this point in the video, I want to let you know about the closed Facebook group that we have going on for Apparel Success. There's a link in the description below. Follow that link, join us in the group. We're a bunch of clothing brand owners all in there to support each other and answer each other's questions. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace. Lay back, get relaxed, and just lock in and soak up all this information. When new visitors come to your account, the first thing that they're going to do is read your bio to find out exactly who you are and what you do. Say you reach 20,000 followers on Instagram and you get some celebrities and influencers, then you'll reach a certain point where you can finally leverage that. Like some of these celebrities, it's just like, sure, bro, I'm down. Send me whatever you want. Thanks a lot. Like, you can just tell that, they don't really want to be formal about stuff like this. And I'm going to show you in the next upcoming modules the very strategic and systematic way that you can go about doing it. I'm really excited to show you. I'm going to show you right now exactly what to do to implement this system for yourself, and let's crack into it right now. What I'm doing here is I'm guiding you into the light. I'm going to show you exactly how to grow up your account from the very beginning. If you don't have anything to leverage, it just constantly keeps growing, because as long as you're putting in the work, as long as the strategy's there, you will get results over time. You will get there. If you put all this in place that I'm about to share with you, you will get there. I'm really excited for you to do this.